See shadow, it's all I know. Tell me now, where did you go? I lost the light, losing your eyes. How come you don't let it shine? I see shadow, it's all I know. Tell me now, where did you go? Tell me now, where did you go?
Hello there. Welcome, Earth sign people. Yeah, I'm so cheeky at the fact that I decided to put Earth sign people first. But I decided to do this reading because it's the new moon. And I don't know, I could have just did it for today, but I was like, it's Monday. Let's do it for the week, dang son of a gun. So I'm going to go ahead and hop right in and see what's going on with you guys. I'm going to look at just general energies that are around you, totally winging it. And I know I want to use my surrender cards, but I'm going to go ahead and do that at the end. So first and foremost, I'm going to look at an overall energy for each sign, and then just kind of go into, no, you know what? I'm going to do an overall energy for just Earth signs, and then I'll go into what's going on with you guys individually. How about that? So let's see. Whoa. Surrender to your full power, Earth signs. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Is that what you guys are speaking up about? If you haven't seen it already, I posted on the community tab today information I found about this new moon in Gemini. A great deal of it has to do with aligning with your truth and speaking that truth, not just in verbiage, you know, but also in how it is that we're living our life. So a lot of things I noticed that are like coming up with people in general is more or less finding that core link or that core seed of wounds. And something that I found that's very helpful for myself as well as other people that I've encountered with this energy is just speaking on it, simply speaking on it. Someone that you can trust, right? That's a good listener, good active listener. And just being able to kind of vent it out. And that's how I've been witnessing a lot of people processing it. So anywho, we're going to go ahead and start with my Cappies and see what is going on with you guys. First card, we have the Death card. It's always nice. Then we have Temperance. Then we have the Four of Wands. Okay, Capricorns, for you guys this looks really good. The first thing that I feel, now this is gonna, it might sound weird, it probably won't, but I sense the Tower, which is weird, but I have Temperance, Death, and then the Four of Wands. It feels like the worst is over because it's like prior to this Temperance, I feel the energy of the Tower card. So I feel like, you know, something happened that that may have been shocking, that have completely just thrown everything off course. And I do kind of feel like, even though it feels like something, how can I say it? I don't want to say you had warning signs. I feel like there was kind of like red flags with whatever this is, but not necessarily that you didn't ignore them. I just think that you were kind of hoping for the best and trying to trust the situation, but it does kind of feel like the rug was pulled from under you. But if this makes sense, that wasn't a rug you should have been standing on. Not saying that you were doing the wrong thing, but I mean, the rug was not in your best interest, whatever the rug is. And the whole purpose of that happening was to create this balance, right? And then allowing for this transformation to take forth. Take forth? Take place? Don't pay any mind to me, it's late. Anyway, so with this tower, we always know that that's like, you know, the crumbling, breaking up of faulty foundations and so on and so forth. Now, seeing this Four of Wands lets me know how true that is, and the simple fact that whatever has passed away, and not like passed away like death, but whatever has passed away or whoever has left your life or whatever you've been set free from is how I'll say it, is pretty much cleared space for you to build something that, like I said in the channeled message, is something that could stand the test of time, right? So the vibe that I really get from this is whatever it is that you guys were going through or who you guys were with, I feel like this person was inhibiting you from being the best that you could possibly be, or was somehow inhibiting you from cultivating security and stability in your life. And I also feel like this is something that, oh God, there's hair in my mouth. Oh my God, it's disgusting. Sorry. I feel like whatever this was, it was something that was difficult for you to let go of. Like, I feel like it would have been very difficult for you of your own volition to release this particular thing or person. So it's more or less there had to be, listen, spirit, there more or less had to be divine intervention in order for you to be set free from this. Because it really feels more or less like a codependent kind of energy, and the vibe that I get as a person or an organization or something of the sort that was somehow blocking you. You know what I mean? Because like with this overall energy, oh my gosh, what is this? Oh, the 10 of Pentacles fell in my lap. That's always nice. Yeah, I feel like whatever this person or this thing was, it's almost like, I don't know how to describe that. It's like they were acting, because I could easily say a block. And in essence, in the bigger scheme of things, it is. But it's like how Spirit is showing this to me is intriguing to me, but I don't really know how to verbalize that. It's like, I don't know, I guess the best way I could describe it would be like chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know I don't do science. Bear with me. So it's kind of like if you put, well, no, because oil would sit on top of water. It's almost like some type of agent where, and let's just humor me, hypothetically, let's say if oil mixed with water somehow, right? And it's like when you put water in a cold temperature, it's going to turn to a solid, right? Like it's going to freeze. But it's like if there was some substance that you could mix with water that would prevent it from freezing no matter what, like how low the temperature got, it's like whatever that thing is what I feel about this person, this situation, or this thing with Capricorn. It's almost like all of the energies and everything were all in your favor, right? For you to have this 10 of Pentacles, but it's something about this person, this place, or this thing, or this circumstance being there that prevented what would naturally occur, if that makes sense, right? I hope that makes sense. I'm saying right like y'all just know what I'm talking about. I pray that that makes sense. But whatever this is that was removed, if you guys are feeling any regret about that, or, you know, even if it is you, I don't really so much feel it's you guys walking away. I mean, you could have, but it's like I'm really feeling this like this was like an intervention type of thing. Like something else caused this to go away. And then we have the 5 of Swords. And I feel this is more internal with you guys. Like kind of what I was saying just now, if you're feeling regret, it's like, and this is something, because I've noticed, I've been trying to go through all of my comments today to reply to you guys. And in a theme that I was seeing a great deal of is, almost like a reluctance or a second guessing of oneself. You know what I mean? It's like the thought of like, okay, this is bad for me and walking away. But then it's like kind of looking back, like, did I make the right decision type of deal? And it's more or less the reason why I feel like that's being provoked is because of the death energy that's happening presently. You know what I mean? And it's not quite understanding what's happening. So it feels like worst case scenario. Like it feels like everything's going to shit basically. You know what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is it falls into the realm of what I talk about a lot, which is my is not is paradigm. It's like everything in the universe works in a process. Everything has order, right? So whenever you manifest something into your life that's much different than how, or the energy within you've been, I cannot talk right now, or the energy of the energy in which you've been existing, the universe likes to fill voids. So what is not is going to manifest before what is. So in other words, that's more or less that colloquialism of things get worse before they get better. You know what I mean? So I feel like the 5 of Swords and the death energy is what you guys are either seeing, feeling, or sensing right now. But it's like I really want to assure you is that this is like a transitional energy. So this isn't going to last. And I'm saying this specifically like for this week. It's like, so coming into like Monday. So everything that's happened over here, this may have happened between last week up until now, but it's, well, yesterday, I guess you would say. So it's like today this transition is happening. Like it's almost like a street sweeper that's cleaning up all of the crap, right? So starting tomorrow, not saying you're going to see physical manifestations of this, but it's almost as if tomorrow the energy is going to start to lighten up and things are going to start moving in the direction of what it is that's about to manifest. Whoa. Huh. God damn it, Capricorn. What is going on in America? Do you understand me right now? The freaking 10 of Cups and the 4 of Wands, Capricorn? Oh my gosh. Now, dude, I'm going to throw this in here just because it's very much possible. Oh my God, this is so good. Like, I cannot even. This is like happily ever after, okay? And that sounds so cornball, but I'm just saying, okay? That's super good. This is everything. This is emotional fulfillment. This is balance within a home life. So this could be manifesting a couple of different ways, and I'm feeling heavily a love energy right now. So either this is more or less like a reconciliation within a partnership and things like whatever this is happening, putting you guys on the right track for things to get onto the right course. You know what I mean? This could be individualistic, where we're just talking about Capricorn individually, where I've asked for things to get better, stuff goes to shit, it feels like it's just getting worse, but right around the corner. So that reminds me of that channeled message. So if any of you guys resonated with that one, it's the one where I was saying like you're closer to what it is that you've been fighting for than you've ever been. You know what I mean? That's what I'm feeling big time with this. So this is just the transition of moving out residual energy before what you want actually manifests. So I'm saying this in the sense of going into the end of this week. It's like this starts energetically, but by the like today, next week, you guys are going to start seeing the first signs of this physically manifesting into your life. But whatever this is had to be cleared out in order for this to come in. Because whoever that was or whatever that was, it could not be there when this manifests, right? Because it was stopping you from freezing and things. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on to my Taurus peoples. That's so gangster. I like that. Let's see, Heather. All right, Taurus. All right. Do. All right, let's see what is going on. Okay, first of all, 2 cards fell out. Oh, my word. Okay, We have the Empress in reverse and the Hanged Man. Goodness gracious, what is going on, Taurus? Whew. All right. The first thing that I'm hearing is Spirit is getting your mind right. So, talking about from yesterday into last week, this is energy from last week coming into now. It's more or less, I feel like something you guys have experienced, something you guys have encountered. I think it's at one point in time, and this may be like 2 weeks ago, you guys may have felt like the Empress upright, but I feel like something transpired that made you start doubting that. Keeping in mind that the overall energy for all earth signs is surrendering to your full power. So it's more or less, I'm feeling this as like, it's almost like a threshold / like portal kind of energy, not like real portal, but I mean like in an illustrative sense. It's like you can't move forward, like you can't collect $200 and past go, feeling like the Empress reversed, because everything that you would manifest from that energy would turn to shit, right? So I feel like what Spirit is doing, and I can't even say what Spirit is doing because now Spirit is legit correcting me on this. The funny thing about the Hangman is no one hung him up there. He hung himself there. Like he did that, right? I like how I just got called out in front of all of my subbies. But anyway, Spirit, leave me alone. So anyway, so I feel like whatever this was, it caused you guys to doubt yourself. So it's a sense of insecurity that's being felt, or maybe second guessing your talents, your gift, or your ability, or what it is that you guys are trying to manifest. It's almost like feeling gassed up and feeling like, you know, I have all of this power, like freaking slay. And then something happens and you're like, you know. But I feel like whatever kind of frozen, pause, pump the brakes kind of energy you guys are feeling, this is very much you co-creating with Spirit, because in a higher mind sense, you know that you cannot move forward, like I said, with this energy being like you manifesting things from this space, because it's literally going to be exactly what this is, which is like infertility. And not saying that like in a baby making sense, but it's like being infertile in the sense of what it is that you're manifesting. You know what I'm saying? So it's more or less you guys co-creating with Spirit of why this pause is happening right now, because your higher self is aware of the fact that this is in your best interest as well as Spirit. So this pause is for rest and reobservation, right? Is needing to look back at what made you feel this in the first place, right? And like I said in the beginning, with this new moon energy, and that's pretty much confirming it with the Knight of Swords in reverse, what I was saying in the beginning about the new moon energy, in the sense that about, you know, communicating, like being able to talk to a friend or whatever, and being able to speak to this, because it feels to me like this being an old wound or old residual energy that needs to be released. So everything is kind of on pump your brakes, pause until this is confronted. Being able to look at this mindset from a different perspective, looking at the doubts or the thoughts or the insecurities that you're having from a different perspective, right? Prior to moving forward. And this is funny. Typical Taurus, I tell you. With the Knight of Swords in reverse, the thing that I'm seeing is you're not asking for help. So what this is saying, Taurus, and I can say as a Taurus, it's very difficult. This is saying in so many ways that you guys need to reach out for help. Someone that you trust, your mom, you know, BFF, whatever. But it's more or less you guys needing to process by talking things out. And then we have the Knight of Cups. So I feel like for you guys going into the end of the week, it's like you're gonna overcome this. So, and I'm looking at this could be, I mean, it could be a love offer. It could be, but really looking at it from the perspective of, oh, wait a minute. Okay, now I'm getting another message. Okay, if you're dating someone, or there's a need to have an important conversation with someone, it would probably be best to wait to the end of the week to have it, because I don't necessarily feel that you guys, like you're gonna have trouble communicating what you're trying to say, because I feel like your perspective is a tad bit skewed You know what I mean? And it's all because of what you're feeling within right now. So I feel like whatever is communicated right now would come off wrong. Like it wouldn't come out how it is that you would be intending for it to come out. But I don't really feel like the opportunity to speak to whoever that is, like if that's a partner or, you know, interview, whatever. I feel like it's more romantic related, but I don't feel like the opportunity is going to come to the end of the week anyway. So in this in this time frame, you really want to be focused on yourself and, you know, reach out to talk to someone, because, you know, I always say you cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it. You feel what I'm saying? So mulling stuff over in your head, I had to learn that the hard way is not what's hot in the streets right now. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, hello. All right, we have the 4 of Cups. Y'all feel rejected somehow. But I feel that it's a perceived rejection, though. Like, I don't feel a person blatantly rejected you, but I feel like it feels like you were, or a job or something. Whatever it is. And that's what I feel like it is that hit your confidence. It's like you guys, and it could be like a job interview. So it could be like, you know, you find this job that you feel like is ideal for you. You know, you get prepared for the interview, you go on the interview, you feel like you slay, and then you don't get the job. So it's like all of that gassed up like confidence that you have like suddenly plummets, and it's like going back into an old thought reel of like, I knew it and I don't know why I believe this and da 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 da. So it's kind of like this hangman is saying it's pausing what's really for you from coming in. I feel like I've said this before. It's pausing what's for you. Like the offer is coming, so I can tell you that. So it's more or less I'm seeing this Knight of Cups presently. They're like, and this is going to sound so weird, where I have the Empress and the Hanged Man at, I see the Knight of Cups before that, you know, in my spiritual eye, you know what I'm saying? So it's almost like whatever this offer is, whether it's from a person or from a job or whatever, like it's on its way to you now, but it's almost like your higher self and spirit working together to take advantage of their travel time, right? To get you to look at this from another perspective, because I really feel like this is an old thought reel. And when we look at the Knight of Swords in reverse, like I said, it's a need for you guys to kind of reach out for, you know, an alternative perspective, just to kind of help you see things clear. You feel what I'm saying? Because I feel like right now y'all are mulling over by yourself. And we have the 9 of Cups. Yeah, man. I feel like it's needed to communicate, yeah, what you need. That's really what it is. So even if it's like, if it's feeling like, because I don't know, man, y'all, like, people aren't mind readers per se, but I feel like there's a need to communicate what it is that you need. You know what I'm saying? Like if you need someone to just listen to you, say that. Or if you need to vent, just say that. But y'all aren't communicating that. So it's almost as if this is implying to me that there's people around you that could help you with what you guys are grappling with, but because you're not opening up and saying what the issue is. Oh yeah, this might be love. That because you're not opening up and saying what the issue is, it's like a person can't necessarily meet you halfway. Now, with this coming out, the six of Cups, that ain't the only reason why the goddamn Knight of Cups is back there. It's because somebody from your past. Now, this could be someone from your past, or like I said, if this is a job, this would be a situation where it's like if you applied for a job and you never got a call back and you just assumed that you didn't get it. It's like something was going on with the company, and that's what I mean by perceived rejection. Like a person didn't legit like say, you know, you're a horrible potential employee, get away from us type of deal. It's like this is something that was a perceived rejection that's based on a core self-concept of feeling like this. But like I said, again, taking into account with this being, you know, a new moon, and we're talking about releasing things of the sort, this is something that needs to be released because you don't want to bring that into your future and what you're manifesting going forward, because, you know, it's going to be blocking you from this. You know what I'm saying? So it's a need to more or less communicate what it is you need and you want, or speak your truth, no matter how ugly it is about the situation. Now, with the Six of Cups being here with the Knight of Cups, if we're talking romantic, I feel this heavily as romantic. It would be like somebody from the past coming, and it doesn't necessarily have to be someone that you dated in the past. It could be someone that's from your hometown, somebody that you went to middle school with, went to high school with, you know what I'm saying? And then for other people, it, of course, could be someone from your past. Dang, I wasn't going to do an extended on this, but I feel like I need to now. Because I want to know about Capricorn person that was whatever that is that stopped them from freezing. And now I want to know about this person. Interesting. Yeah, so it could be someone, it's someone from your past, but like I said, it doesn't have to be someone you dated before. It's like this could easily be someone that you've met in passing, right? But it's like energetically, this person has already made their mind up and they're moving in the direction towards you energetically. So this pump your brake pause is to get you guys into alignment, like more or less pulling back on you guys' overall energy, stepping into your power so that you can be prepared for this offer. Not meaning you even got to take it. Just because it's coming don't mean you got to say that you want it. You know what I'm saying? Unless you do. But if you do reject it or you accept it, you're either rejecting or accepting from a place of power is what's most important to note here. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? So anywho, on to my Virgos. Virgos. Let's see what's going on with my Virgos. Scooby-Doo-Doo. All right, let's see. Virgo. What does Virgo need to know this week? Spin it. So just in case you're wondering, Taurus, that would be, since I'm looking at the energy for this week, that would be up until like next Monday. You know what I'm saying? You're going to hear a little something. What does Virgo need to know, Spirit? What does Virgo need to know? And what's not, or whatever. Let's see. Okay. Whoa. Oh. This is up with Taurus and Virgo with these two cards. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm seeing that a few different ways. Let me pull another card because I don't want to. The ways that I'm feeling that are both in direct opposition to each other. And I don't want to confuse y'all. But the thing that Spirit is showing me heavy, though, is the fact that this is 2 4s. You know what I'm saying? And it's more or less the thing that I, like, the first thing that would come to my mind, which would be the most positive, it's like, it's holding on to, and it's not foundation, the word that I want to say foundation, but I want to say like rock, holding on to what one would perceive as their rock, right? But that can be either good or bad. Like me just leaving it at that would be the most positive. But let me pick another card to see. Because rock could be, you know, a not so healthy type of foundation, if you know what I'm saying. Can you give me a card to clarify this, please, Spirit? But it's like Spirit is really bringing my attention to this 4-4, though, which is very important, apparently. Said it before this popped out. As I was shuffling, I'm hearing holding back. And then we got the Page of Cups in reverse. That's what it is. It's holding on to like a person or a thing energetically. You know what I'm saying? But not really doing anything about it, if that makes sense. So, okay, and I want to say this two different ways. So say hypothetically, if you found your dream house driving down the street, you see the house, you love the house, you fantasize about this house, you even got a whole goddamn Pinterest board about this house, right? You think about it day and night and dream about how wonderful it would be to live there, but you never called the real estate agent. You never made an appointment to view the house, never went to an open house for the house. You just look at pictures online and things, and you never made an offer. That's like the energy that I'm feeling. Now, if we translated that into more of like a partnership sense, it would be feeling drawn to a person, feeling that a person, or, you know, well, I can't say a relationship because a relationship doesn't exist unless there's two people in it, but feeling that a person is right for you, or feeling connected to it, but never making an offer. It's like never acting on it. You know what I'm saying? But it's holding back out of self-protection. But it's not really helping. I can't really say so much for the other person, but it's not really helping you because it's stagnating you. It's like you're not doing anything. So it's keeping you in a state of stagnation, which, as I always say, it takes you out of flow. You know what I mean? Holy mother. Okay. We have the Hermit in the reverse. There you go, Virgo. Going within a little too much, you know what I'm saying? Whew, never mind. Man, I love how I just say one thing and Spirit is like, nope, it's this. Repeating past mistakes. This is something that you have done on a regular basis with circumstances such as this. It's more or less being attached to things in an energetic sense, but is never having the courage to actually act on them. You know what I mean? And this is something that would be in your highest good to release. This repeated pattern of, and it feels almost like it would be something that you'd like marinate on, like, because, you know, your thoughts are so powerful. It's kind of like if you fantasize about something so much energetically, it's going to start to seem real to where it changes the energetic dynamics around you. And it's almost like in the energy realm, you would be holding space for something as if it were literally there because of your mental power and affinity to this thing. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is it's a repeating of like a past, and I don't want to say mistake, but it's the more or less repeated bad behavior. And I don't want to say mistake or behavior because it's a negative connotation. It's just, to me, it's, oh, okay, cyclical and kind of karmic, but not necessarily saying that this is a karmic partnership per se, because I'm saying that now because Spirit's 4 and 4 is 8, and 8 is a karmic number. So the thing is that this is karma that one would need to work out. So this is something that has been brought to your attention a great deal. And now it's like presently. So, okay, so what Spirit is trying to show you is you have an opportunity to break the cycle right now. And I would assume it's because like this reading, like you hearing this would be like confirmation. So it's almost like you started to think that you might be doing this, or someone else brought to your attention, and this would be like another confirmation of another person saying, which would be me, another person saying that this is something that you've done. You know what I mean? So it's more or less showing you, it's like you've been repeating this pattern over and over again by not acting on it, but now you have an opportunity to break the cycle, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. And the card that fell out was the 6 of Cups in the reverse. So it's regrets about the past. Whew, man, this is weird. But Spirit is showing me this is like a circle. So this is really like a cycle you guys have been going through. It's like, I want something so bad, but it's almost like a fear, because it's like, I want this, but it's like, if I don't go after it, then I won't be disappointed if I don't get it. But you still think about it and like, you know, daydream about it or you know, ruminate over it, but you still never really take action, right? Now the light is being shined on the fact that this is something that you do consistently, but it's not saying that going forward you will more or less have regrets about the past. It's like Spirit is showing this to me in the sense of what it is that's been occurring up to this point. So it's been going through this holding space for something, not acting on it, right? So we go around the mulberry bush again, you know what I'm saying? Then we end up in this place where we regret the fact that we lost it. So someone else goes to look at the house. They close on the house. You pass by the house again, and now you see that they got the little garbage can outside. They got cars in the driveway and put curtains up and things. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like you're regretting not acting on it. But the key is here, like the missing element is you didn't act on it. You feel what I'm saying? It's more or less saying it's time to come out of the proverbial cave, in the sense on act on what it is that you want. Like, do something, make an offer, say something, as opposed to staying in the cycle of desiring and regretting, because it's almost implying to me like the purpose of this is showing how it's more or less to take personal responsibility in the fact that the disappointments about past experiences, one has a hand in that, and that's something that you would want to release in this new moon, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Whoa. For some of you people, this revolves around a King of Pentacles person. So another earth sign individual. Potentially a Taurus. Male would be the first, right? And then, you know, we could also say, I really feel Taurus male with this. I'm just not going to lie to you. But it could be Capricorn. It could be another Virgo. You know what I'm saying? Or this could simply be saying that this, like, say if this doesn't feel like what you're doing, if you're a Virgo, it could be telling you about a person that's an earth sign male that you're interested in, that this is something that they do on a regular basis. It's like feeling something, not communicating it, that being a mistake they make a lot of times, and they always regret the fact that they never spoke up because they end up missing out, if that makes sense. It could also be somebody who focused too much on money. Oh, that's too many cards. We're not doing all that. But the most important part in all of this is, because I feel like it's a tad bit of self-doubt. Because there's a part of you wants it, but a part of you either feels like you don't deserve it, or you couldn't maintain it, or it's like a false belief of like you can't have things like that, or something like that would never work out for me, or it's like a limiting thought that's intricately related to like personal worth and value. I'm not good enough, or I could never make enough money to afford that, like something along those lines, if that makes sense. So I feel that if this is a dude that I'm talking to, like a Virgo guy, this would kind of be talking about what you do in reference to your romantic relationships. And if it's a female, or I mean, whatever you're interested in, if you're a female that's interested in males, I feel like this would kind of probably more be talking about the person you're interested in. Whoa. But whatever the case is, that's a mindset you would want to release. Oh, you've got to be freaking kidding me. in America. The Queen of Pentacles. So I would say, you know, even though this card is in the reverse, you know what I'm saying? It's like the little connection card, you know what I'm saying? A little childhood sweetheart, little soulmate type of deal going on here, you know what I'm saying? That's very interesting. So whether you're male or female, to be quite honest with you, with the Queen of Pentacles coming underneath the Hermit card, I would probably say that majority of people that are going to resonate with this would be Virgo females, you know, and that the person I'm talking about over here is an earth sign male. That's very interesting. It would be funny if y'all are both Virgos. Whoa. The Three of Swords. Ah. Oh, that sucks. What's happening here? All right. So this is a forewarning here. Okay. This isn't just the other person. So if you thought it was just them that's doing that, it's not. Seeing this Three of Swords underneath this Six of Cups in the reverse, this is like both people are manifesting this. It's like this energy over here with this holding back, like what I really want is something stable, but I'm holding back out of self-protection because one, I'm not listening to spirit. Two, my heart chakra is blocked because I'm not listening to spirit. And it's like I'm sticking to my guns. So that's like that rock I was talking about earlier. It's holding tight to a foundation, which is like an old pattern of me not going after what it is I want or ever offering my cup. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the Hermit in the reverse and seeing this King of Pentacles in this Queen of Pentacles, this is definitely a couple, and it's a couple with a soulmate connection, but both people are breaking each other's heart. Legit. You know what I'm saying? Both people are breaking each other's heart in the sense that neither person is willing to open up. So it's kind of like the pattern just keeps continuing. So the thing that I'm seeing is, and it's not to say, because I mean, to be quite honest, because we're looking at this from the position of release, you know what I'm saying? It's sometimes that just happens. Dang, I'm going to have to do an extended for this. I'm literally going to have to. Because that's a lot. Because it's like, sometimes that happens in relationships when you have, and it's not, and I'm not, disclaimer, I'm not saying this in a negative way, but it's like sometimes it's like, I wouldn't even suggest, not with these cards I have in front of me, I wouldn't even suggest to like step out on faith and make an offer to this person or even to open up to the person, because the truth is, even if you open up, it doesn't guarantee that they're going to open up back. Like behind all of the scabs on their heart, they may want to, but this feels to me like fear that doesn't have anything to do with these two people together. Like I feel like this is a wound that goes back buku far. And it's more or less like whether this is past life, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's past life, like prior to this incarnation, you guys past life together, or a relationship from either one of your pasts, it's like it's caused you to show up like this, but it's counterproductive. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like in an ideal sense, this is what I want, but this is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Or this is the energy that I'm sitting in. You know what I'm saying? And it manifests like this. So it's like these two energies are in direct opposition to each other. You know what I'm saying? Because I want stability, I want security, I want connection, but I'm closed off. And because I'm closed off, it's like I'm not making any offers on anything. I'm not extending my cup to anyone. I'm holding back, but I still want this. You know what I'm saying? So with the Hermit in reverse, that becomes a self-sabotatory energy. But just the simple fact that this energy is falling over both of these people, because I always take note when you have 2 court cards of the same suit, that's like soulmate connection to me. So the whole thing is, you have 2 people who are suffering with the same proverbial ailment. And it's almost like this cycle has been repeated continuously, meaning that the lesson isn't being learned. You know what I'm saying? And still in all, both people end up with their heart broken. But with this being the 3 of Swords, we're knowing this is about thought. So the reason why the wishes aren't being fulfilled with these people, or why this connection isn't happening, or why it's not growing into anything, is because how both people are thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not necessarily how they're thinking about each other per se. It's how they're thinking looking through the vision of old wounds. So it's reliving a past experience in the present. Now, the opportunity is here to be able to release that. And when I say release that, of course, a mindset is not something that can just be given up in the snap of a finger, but it's more or less taking a stance and making a testament in the direction of that energy of saying, I recognize this in myself and I don't want to do this anymore. That's enough, right? To work with this energy. And then it becomes the process of unlearning as we're moving forward. So the opportunity for that is here. But I guess I could do an extended on this because I don't want to leave y'all like that. Because that's too up in the air, and I feel like this could be if the wrong person were to act on this per se, like reaching out to the person, it could cause more hurt. Like I said, if you're ready to open up and the other person isn't, that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of one of those things where, with it being karmic, if the lesson wasn't learned in this relationship and you don't want to learn it with this particular person, I mean, you can move forward and learn it with somebody else if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? You have free will in that regard. But it's like, I feel like both of the people, man, they're like, because I'm looking at them side by side, it's like they don't even see each other. And something about like body language, speaking psychologically, whenever you notice a person looking down, they're 10 times out of 10 thinking about their past, right? They're thinking, lower vibrational thoughts. And as a little trick, if you ever find yourself having negative thoughts, try looking up, like literally putting your eyes up. And it's harder to sulk or, stew in negative feelings if you look up. Just a little trick there. But the thing that I'm saying is here, I feel like both people are seeing things through the eyes of their past. It's like it's a little bit of projection that's going on, because I'm looking at the fact that she's looking in the pinnacle and she's seeing herself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's standing in between her actually seeing him. And it's like with him, in a sense, it's like home dude is all up in the past, so he ain't really seeing nothing that's going on. So if this is a couple, it's like both people still have healing to do, but it's not necessarily saying that you have to deal with each other if you don't want to. But the whole point that needs to be driven home here in reference to this new moon is the fact that both people need to re-empower themselves, because right now, both of these people, Virgo, whether it's you, whether it's your partner, your boo thing, whatever, it's being in submission to your past experience, right? So the thing of how you guys are disempowered and why it's imperative to step into your power is because you're allowing your past to determine your future, if that makes sense. But that is all I have for you, Earth sign people. I guess I'm going to do an extended on this. I don't know. I mean, I guess I will. Y'all know if I did it, if the link is in the description box below. But other than that, I love your freaking face, and I will see you guys sooner than later. Deuces.
Energy, about to get in and fuck up the industry.